A pessoa nem será pai. But guys Mwamba isa não bali na pen. Shebu ngaitari yako.
So yeah, okay, it's fine. So okay, so tuwala kapanga, but so far so good. There is a good point, guys.
I'm Legacy, that's my stage name, and others call me Lega. But my real name is Fred Tole.
Okay, my name is Haja Mary Liatitima Kalobwe. I'm Mrs. Kalobwe, to be specific.
Well, my name is Esther Mwilambwe.
AKA Legacy, AKA Lega Air, AKA Z Tupac.
My name's Lisa Nyondo.
Hi people, my name is Shama Mwamba. And in the series of Game of Survivors, I play as a Chisha.
In Game of Survival, I play the character Sylvester.
And I'm playing Karinamfkwe in Game of Survival.
I'm playing a very interesting role in the series entitled Game of Survival. I'm a widow.
A primary school teacher. She's very kind, she's generous, and she loves her children, and she pays particular attention to them.
I'm playing as Brandon, who is a bad guy. But Brandon is also a thug, also a gangster.
Sylvester is this character. He works for a dubious company which deals in, it's actually a general trading company. This is a character who is so much believed in by the proprietor of the company, not knowing that besides that he's also building his own empire.
Chisha is a boy who is abused by his father, who's a maniac.
Her life is dedicated and devoted to these children that she teaches, and not only that, she's devoted to them on a personal level, in that she goes an extra mile to be their friends and not just a teacher in class, and that's quite a good thing. And I thought that if I did this different kind of a character, it would be something like nice.
The turns and the twists start when he's involved in a relationship with the married woman, and this married woman happens to be a wife to one of his workmates. I've been having second thoughts about this.
So Sylvester Mwanda Mapwish.
His workmate happens to be the boss's personal driver.
Mubiana is a drama queen. Mubiana is not scared of how tough looking a man can be. You know, she can approach anyone. And when I say anyone, it means anyone. So, you should look out for the drama, the fun, and just the overall package. It's a very interesting character, and that I don't want to offload. We need to leave something so that our audience can look out for. But it is a very interesting character.
There you have it, madam.
Has one of the kids she teaches, Chisha, and because she's kind and she's concerned about her pupils, so one time she notices something quite different, and so it's in her to care.
Well, as the story goes on, we realize that Chisha is a bad boy, not the victim of his father's mistreatment.
And she goes an extra mile to say, okay, what is wrong with this child? And she wants to find out, not knowing that actually this child is not who he portrays to be.
And Karen is in big trouble.
Well, why I went for Mubiana, the character of Mubiana is, it reminded me of my own mother in some ways. Okay, not in a bad way, not that she was a bad mother, but in the area of being a hustler, in the area of working her lungs out so that we could just have an income at home. You know, she was so hardworking. So in a positive way, it reminds me, Mubiana reminds me of my own mother.
Remember when I first received the script, I was in the studio, I was recording with Baska, and then somebody just brought an envelope to me and said, this is a script and it's coming from Wycliffe. The moment I heard the name, and I was like, oh, this is a good guy, and I mean, he's smart, I mean, he's sharp.
Why I went for this role, because in City on Fire, I played as a good boy. Now, I want to play as a bad boy. That's why I chose this role.
The producer and the director to Game of Survivor happens to be my young brother. And because we've been doing this together, so obviously I find myself involved, because I obviously have to play a part in what he's doing just as much as he plays a part in whatever that I've been doing.
I think we have been working with Wycliffe Mwamba for some time right now. So the time he told me about Game of Survival, I said to him to say it's a very nice story. So I said you can tell a very nice film. So that's why I decided to say I can work with it.
Of course, the similarity I love about Teacher Karen and Esther is the love for children. I love children, I love kids. I have nephews and nieces at home, and I seem to be like their biological mother than their mothers in the way I relate with them. My love for kids is just so deep.
Fred is a Christian, and so God-fearing, so caring, and so loving, and I would say I'm the opposite of Brandon.
Well, I think these are totally two different personalities, because Sylvester is obviously a character that I'll probably never be, and for me it is an opportunity, because it's like once in a lifetime I've lived 2 or 3 different characters. Being given this opportunity to play Sylvester, it gives me an opportunity to have this feeling like how somebody would feel if they were found in this kind of situation, because you know the writer of the story has actually built the character so much that sometimes when you are playing a character you feel like you are that character. And for me it is an opportunity, because I'm living another life that I'll probably never live.
Let me see. I think Mubiana is one fearless person, and I think that's one thing we have in common as Haja and Mubiana, because I personally, I'm one person that is fearless when it comes to certain things. I like trying out new things, and I think the area of hardworking, I think my husband can testify, but I think I am hardworking, and so that's one thing we have in common. That's one thing I have in common with Mubiana, except Mubiana can go overboard.
Believe you me, it was awesome. It's like every time that we are on set, it's a different feeling altogether. We get to meet a lot of different producers, directors, script writers. It's a big team, so it's packed with fun. We actually never even felt like we were working, because we were actually doing, or we are doing what we love to do. So for us, it's not really like work, you know, like I learned something new, and which adds to my CV, obviously.
It's not the first time that I'm working with him, and personally I can say we've become more like a family. I've come to know him and he's come to know me, so it was really interesting working with him, and so much fun, and laughing all the time we laugh. So I always enjoy working with our director.
Working with the characters and the actors of Game of Survival was fun, because eventually I later learned that we are not only colleagues but family. Okay, so I'll start with the main character, Mubiana, played by Mrs. Kalogwe Haja. Working with her was more like a dream come true for me, because I grew up watching her. Okay, she was on TV before I even had a chance of being on TV, and so just having her on my set was a dream come true. And she's a very professional actress, and she's not all that difficult to work with, and she's not just an actor on the set. She's like a compass. She will tell you where there is a mistake. I think she's more like a mother on set.
Well, the director of Game of Survivors is quite hilarious, and there's no dull moment around him because he makes work very easy. It's he's friendly. He creates a platform of friendship, and I think it's really a very good thing that I find myself working with him, and I'm pretty much honored to.
Karen, played by Esther Rutanda. If you ask me, I think Esther Rutanda is a true definition of an actress, because according to myself as Wycliffe Mwamba, I believe that an actress is that one who leads the script, masters it, and then use the words on the script as his or her own. And Esther Rutanda is the exact definition of what I'm talking about, because she'll get the script in minutes, master it, and then use the lines or the dialogue as if it is her words.
Don't report him, Teacher Karen. If you want to help me, take me home with you.
I cannot take you home with me. Neither am I going to report your father to the police. But I will have words with him and gauge his sanity.
She's an actress that every producer in the world would love to work with. The legendary actor Kelly Lumfumpa, the one who plays Bashisha, a villain of one of the villains in Game of Survival. He's been in the industry for too long, just like Haja, but he's the type of a person who is so humble. He's a true definition of humility. Even if he has a suggestion, he won't suggest it to you in a way that you feel intimidated, because he's been in the industry more than you.
Well, it concerns your son's future, and I am very certain that every son parent will find it interesting.
Well, I'm an insane parent, so goodbye. And you? Come on.
The world is yet to see the Tupac. Yeah, we have Tupac. Tupac has resurrected and he's in Zambia. Lega, played by my brother Lega, he's very committed, he's very hardworking, and he's very much eager, to learn what acting is all about, because he's a musician. And I think Game of Survival should be his second film, because I worked with him first in Sit on Fire.
The director is a person who believes in me, and he's seen something in me. I've worked with a lot of people, but what happens is we start something and then we don't finish it up. But with him, I think we're going somewhere because he believes in me. Even in the other series that we've done, he's a person who always, motivates, encourages, and then he's a person who's willing to work with Zambian artists, you know what I mean? Big up, Wycliffe.
I had a lot of challenges on set, like the way it's normal, but I had a lot of them, just to bring the talents on set, to, moving up and down from different locations to this one, calling the artist, it was so challenging to me and all that, making sure that everything is on point and all that. It was so challenging and all that, but it was awesome to work with different artists from different places. It was really awesome.
It was amazing. The experience was amazing. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Game of Survival really brings out the picture of the livelihood of people, of what happens in their quest to survive, what they need. You know, it's not everybody who has a cup of tea. People hustle out there. They go miles in order for them to survive.
I feel that Game of Survival is not just like any other story. I know a lot of stories are being written, are being shot, but then it's not a Western kind of a production. So it's just something that I know that a lot of people will associate with.
In the Game of Survival series, you should expect something unusual, especially with Brandon, because Brandon, hey, is up for no good. He can do anything. So some of you, I mean, you're going to hate Brandon like you've never hated a person before.
People should watch Game of Survivors because the title itself is inviting. So they should probably want to know what is in Game of Survival.
We are bringing a new level, a new standard in as far as film and storytelling is concerned.
They should look out for drama and something which has never been seen before on the screen.
Game of Survival is a story that has never been told before. You know, many times we watch movies, we watch a lot of series, and we can easily relate it to another production that we've seen before.
Game of Survival brings this opportunity for people to have this feeling. It's like a person who stays in Ndola who have a feeling of the entirety of Zambia. You know, it's like exposure to them.
Game of Survival, there's they should expect a lot of drama, because that's a part of it that I like most. I like the drama part of it, and the reality, of the reality part of it. It's a Zambian story. It's an African story, which Africa should see. Should I say, the entire world should say. It's a very good story. I like the drama part of it. It's really awesome. It's good.
Game of Survival is unique in many areas because we have touched an area that is not yet touched, and that's what defines us at Wycliffe Mwamba Films, because each time we bring a script, or rather a show, or anything, or any project that we bring on the table, it comes with a different touch, and that's what makes us unique. So trust me, Game of Survival is a production that is never seen on screen before. The situations that are in it, the storylines, the twist, it's something that is never seen on screen before. There is one actor or two actors that I've introduced. There is Goodson Moyo, and there is also Joshua. They are very good actors. They are showing genuine promises, and I'm sure they will add a flavor to this. A different flavor to this new series, Game of Survivors, because their acting is just on point. My crew is one of the best crews in the world. Yeah, I love them. They are very committed. They know what I want. They are the people that will never ever give you any problem. Even when you are tired, you want to give up, they'll be like, Wycliffe, this is not the time to give up. As you know, making a film here in Zambia is very, very difficult. We don't have a film policy yet, so just finding a location is a headache. Okay, just when you are about to give up, because, like, for example, there was a time we wanted to shoot this scene, at the police station. Okay, and then we were told to, go and write, and time wasn't with us, so I was about to give up. And then this crew, one of the crew guys, the cameraman, who happens to be the producer of the same Game of Survivors, it was like, Wycliffe, we cannot give up now. Look at where we're coming from. Let's improvise. And boom, new ideas were born. In Zambia, it's very difficult to find sponsors that are willing to sponsor a film. It's very difficult. So the logistics are actually the headache, and we thank God that we are very hardworking at Wycliffe Mwamba Films. We don't give up. We are the men and women of vision. Even if we ask someone for help and then that person doesn't offer us help, we will find ways and means until we do what we are born for, what we are living for, and what we die for, and that is our talents. I think by the grace of God, Game of Survival is gonna be a legacy for me. Game of Survival is not ending now. I want it to be a production that the next generation will look at and remember the name Wycliffe Mwamba. It's something that I want Game of Survival to be perpetual. I want it to be a perpetual thing. I want it to be like, a soap opera. I want it to be like the Isidingos, the days of our lives. I want it to be a production